Okay, so this is going to be a video review about 3 movies I saw recently, and also some DVDs behind me, uh, based on the third movie I saw. So, the first movie I saw recently, and I'm going to go in order of how I saw them, was Pirates of the Caribbean, and based on how I saw them, might give me different impressions on them. But I saw that after watching the first 3 on Blu-ray, and I gotta say, it's not as good. I'm sorry if you like it, but to me, it felt like they threw all the ideas that they had left over from the other movies on a table and said, we need to turn this into a movie so we can make a quick buck. It felt like really sloppy writing, and the fact that Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom weren't in it was kind of disappointing. I didn't think it would be, but it really was. I know their story's done, but they could have had them as cameos or something. It left me dry, and so that's all I have to say about that. The less said, the better. Second movie, that was Hangover 2. I saw that with my friends Scott and Ashley. That movie was actually, in my opinion, better than the first one. It was done kind of the same way as the first one, but there were so many new elements to it that it felt like a much better movie. It was funnier, in my opinion. Oh, and this is a quick thing. I hope it's not racist when I say it, but black people are much better company to have in a movie theater than white people. They know how to enjoy a movie better and not be assholes while doing it. Because I went to go see X-Men The Last Stand. That was the third movie I saw. And there was it was theater with white people, including myself, but I'm not one of these assholes in the theater. But there was this guy in the front row who was laughing at all the worst moments you could possibly be laughing at in the movie. I hate to give it away, but there's a scene where Professor Xavier gets shot and loses the ability to walk. If you don't know this by now, then you shouldn't even be watching the movie. So he gets shot and he loses his legs, and that's the line he says. He says, "I can't feel my legs," and the guy laughs. I'm like, that's not funny. So he's just laughing at weird moments in the movie all the way through. I'm going to refer to him as the laughing man. And I'm sorry to you if you're watching this, sir, and you have a mental disability, and that's why you did that. But I'm not sorry if you're just a jackass who wouldn't shut up. So that's my opinion on people viewing a movie. And I feel like I'm one of the white people who do this, but when a white person does a movie, they're kind of like, when and it's a comedy, most people, myself sometimes included, they'll hear a joke and go, like, hide their laughter. Like, they don't want people to know that they find it funny. But you go to a movie theater with black people, it's so much better. Everybody's on top of everything. Everybody knows what's going on. It's just like it's almost like a ride. It's really intense. Awesome. I had a great time. So that was cool. And it was just a much better experience. I don't know if that contributed to the movie being funny, but it was definitely a plus. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself with that. I just thought that it was a much better crowd. Everybody was more loose, and it just seemed more fun. And the movie, to me, it was really great, and I just think it's a great movie. Everyone should go see it. Don't want to give anything away about it, though. As for X-Men First Class, after walking out, I felt like it was a really great movie, but then I started thinking about a few things, and I'm not an X-Men, like, connoisseur or a really huge fan. Like, I don't go out and buy all the comics and everything, but from what I remember, the 90's cartoon and a little bit of Evolution, watch a lot of that, but it just seemed like they could have followed that a little bit better. I don't know which version of X-Men they were following, because there's so many different comics and series, and it just goes in different roads. But it seemed like they could have used better choices for X-Men characters, or any characters for that. There's a cameo by Wolverine. I thought that was the best moment of the entire film. It's just so great. But now that I think about it more and more, I'm just like, better than 3, but I wouldn't call it a great Marvel movie. Great Marvel movie. It's a tough one. My personal favorite is Punisher. And I don't care what people say, but Daredevil was pretty cool. So that's that. So that movie's you should go see it. Pirates of the Caribbean, just wait for it if you really want to see it and you're a Pirates fan, like I am. I just really think I got those tickets for free, by the way, so I didn't pay to see any of those movies. Yeah, well, no, I paid for Hangover 2, but it was worth it. Yeah, Pirates, it's just a wait. Hangover 2, it's a must-see if you enjoy comedy or if you like the first one. And X-Men, it's a go-see, even though there's some little things here and there. But it's more like the nitpicking can be put aside for what a great movie it is. Okay, so now I'm going to show off some pretty cool stuff regarding X-Men. Alright. Oh, and I'm going to be doing a couple videos in the next hour, so you're going to see a lot of the same clothes, or actually the exact same clothes I'm wearing. First, we've got these X-Men cartoon series from the 90's. I liked it so much as a kid, I went out and bought them all. You know, I'll just do one by one. I went out and bought them all as they were coming out. First thing is, I love the fact that they have this down here. It makes it look like a comic book. And it even says Marvel DVD comic book collection. First season, first set, whatever you want to call it. It's really great. The backs are really nice. They put the episodes on here. 2-disc sets for all of them. I'll open up the first one, but all of them are the same kind of discs and everything like that. So, yeah, I don't need to show every one of them and open all of them, but that's that. And I don't really get what the hell these little things are for. What the hell are they on here for? The DVD's gonna fall out because of that? And I think the Angry Nintendo Nerd even talked about those too in one of his, you know, it's bullshit videos. Shout out to him for a second. Yeah, but this one has 16 episodes. I don't know if they all do or not. I'll check. And so, yeah, they just look really nice. And we got the second one. This is the Phoenix Saga. I believe that one had the Sinister. I'm not sure about that. I know it's mostly Magneto and introducing the X-Men because it's the first season, but this one's all Phoenix Saga. Looks like we got another 16. I think they're all 16, so I'm just going to assume that. Yeah, whoever was designing these really had their head screwed on tight, because having both DVDs show what episodes are in them and listing them in order is a great idea. You'd think, oh, that should be common. No, there are a lot of DVDs and Blu-ray sets that don't even list the episodes. It's freaking stupid. I don't know if all of them had a shiny cover like this, and I just came late to those two, but this one would be the third season. Got Apocalypse. I don't know why I froze on that. Apocalypse on the cover here. I think this also has the Dark Phoenix. Yeah, Dark Phoenix Saga's on here when Phoenix returns. You got a couple episodes on here like Weapon X, and unfortunately Deadpool isn't in that one, and he is a Weapon X character, so it kind of sucks. My favorite characters, I'll name real quick, are Gambit for male character and Rogue for female. So guess what my favorite pairing is? Ha ha ha. So I forgot his name. I think he might be a Weapon X. This one and the last season didn't have a lot of really outstanding episodes. There's even a Christmas episode on this one. They were kind of like getting down to the end and just got really lazy with the episodes, I guess, or just ran out of good material from the comics. I don't know. Then you got this one. This is the last season. There were only 5 of them. And this one actually has the Red Skull, and if you don't know, he's an enemy of Captain America. Omega Red on here. I think it's pronounced Mambu or Mambo. I don't know. I forgot his name. Professor X, and I forgot his name too. They weren't really excellent characters. This is actually a I can't talk. This is actually a season where it had a very interesting episode that I don't even remember being on TV. I don't think these episodes were shown on TV. And it has Wolverine and Captain America teaming up before Wolverine has the claws put into him. Now, you see those claws there. He's actually holding something in his hand that has the claws over him, but not in him. And it's kind of funny because one of the lines he says is, "Oh, I could get used to having these," which is really funny because after that he just curses having those things. And it was like the last episode ends the series of X-Men for the 90s series, and I don't think the other series have anything to do with this one. I think it's its own series, and then Evolution and all those others are just their own series too. But that's the ones that I watched when I was a kid on TV, so why the hell not buy them? I'll see if I can get them all together here and show off what they look like together. Some people like to know what that is. And it repeated Wolverine, and I would have liked to have each X-Men on the front. That would have been cool. And Captain America? What the hell? I know he's on the front here, but they could have really put Wolverine again if they're going to use X-Men. Whatever. And then this is just an extra thing I wanted to show off. It's Hulk versus. This one is the Blu-ray, and it has the Hulk versus Thor and Hulk versus Wolverine. I added this in here because I didn't really know if there'd be ever another time I'd review this or not, and also that Wolverine is almost identical to that Wolverine, even in the outfit. Because I know in Evolution they wear black outfits, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, it covers exactly like the cover of the DVD. This one has Deadpool in it. It's right there. And he has all the best one-liners in this movie. The Thor versus Hulk was kind of lame, but all the Weapon, I don't think, well, maybe not all the Weapon X, but a lot of the Weapon X characters are fighting the Hulk, so it's pretty cool. And it came with cards. You got Deadpool here, Wolverine, the Hulk, obviously, Thor, Hulk again, and Loki. So, who's from Thor, and he's also in the Thor movie. Got their bios in the back. I don't know why they made them black and white. It's kind of weird. And it's funny because Wolverine is actually the best in fighting skills, and Deadpool comes in second, but he has a higher like recovery skills. He's like the fastest healing Weapon X character, which I did not know until I read the back of that card. So, yeah, that's a lot of this stuff going on here. All this X-Men stuff. There's the side of it, but yeah, so that's X-Men 90s. Now I bet you're saying, "Aw, you want to see some X-Men from the 90s, don't you? Just to have a little nostalgia." Alright, here we go. Let me see if I can get a good look at it. Here. part of the Phoenix Saga, as you
Do not
can tell.
fear, Leander. The X-Men will do all in our power to help you safeguard the crystal.
Must return to my ship at once. And my transporter is not strong enough to
Would
bring
like to
you
show
with
more,
me.
but it's
I
kind of
am.
wrapping up the time
Funny,
here.
you don't look it.
This body is young and strong. It recovers quickly.
My ship.
It isn't your brother, Lelandra. It is a friend. Where's Jean? Searching the skies.
So that's all I'm going to show for this. Sorry.